Clap. Okay. Okay. Now I get to say things. What's up, homies? If you've been here before, welcome back. If you've never been here before, welcome. My name's Hayden, and I have recently discovered that I really like making videos. I don't want to make more videos. So this is a bit in that vein. This is in that vein. I wanted to do a 134 subscriber special. And you might be asking yourself, Hayden, what is so special about 134 subscribers? And what I would tell you is that that's how many I have right now. So we're gonna make a special out of it. I'm in a place where I sort of want to relaunch this channel. I've been on YouTube for a while, and more recently, in working for myself, it's been this conversation of like, hey, how do I want to put myself out there? How do I want to build an audience? You know, that sort of thing. And I've been feeling more and more called to do YouTube. And part of the reason I want to relaunch now is because I think prior to this, part of what was really getting in my way and stopping me was this feeling that like there's a certain formula that I'm supposed to follow, or like a certain way that I'm supposed to show up on camera. And what I noticed is that like feeling like there's a formula and trying to like force myself into the formula was not fun. And so I didn't want to make stuff. I was like, this sucks. This feels like a chore. This feels like work. What I've started to realize recently is how much there is no formula. It's literally just whatever feels good, whatever you think is funny and enjoyable, and whatever you think other people will find funny and enjoyable. So I've been doing some like sketches, like the last few videos that I've uploaded have been sketches, which has been so fun. And I realized I have a lot of energy around that. Like I want to keep posting sketches. And I'm called to explore other things as well, like other vlog type style videos. That'd be interesting to do some like commentary type videos. But I was watching a video recently with somebody, and they were talking about how, you know, one of the cool things about YouTube is it's sort of like a time capsule. You can kind of like capture who you were in the moment and save that and come back to it later when you've changed. And I want to do that because I feel like I'm in a place right now that I want to document. I want to remember this time in my life when it feels like a lot of things are starting to align and make more sense to me. So I want to do a 134 subscriber special to talk a little bit about what I see, or just expectations, things that I want to keep in mind as I grow this channel. And first and foremost, to say a big thank you to everybody who's subscribed thus far. You know, I think one of the interesting things about creative work and sharing yourself creatively is, you know, while we like to tell ourselves like,
I don't care about other people's opinions,
I don't need other people's acknowledgement to keep doing what I'm doing, I don't think that's 100% true. I do think that there's a level of need of like affirmation and acknowledgement of like, hey, like this is making a difference, or like this made a difference for me, to really feel like, oh, I want to continue to do this. So I just genuinely want to thank everybody who has been with me thus far and has interacted with my videos and shared feedback and acknowledgement and support, because it's a big part of what has me wanting to keep going. Like if I wasn't getting that feedback, I'd be like, I don't really know why I would, you know, keep doing it. Aside from me enjoying it, obviously. I feel like I'm now at a place where I'm like, all right, I want to go full in on this. I really want to take this seriously. I really want to grow this. I think that there's a couple things that I feel called to share, just as a reminder to myself, not only when I come back and watch this, but then also for everybody else, to be clear about like, hey, like, what is this? And like holding me accountable too. If how I hopefully see this going is how it actually goes. So a couple things in no particular order. I think one of the biggest things that I'm realizing, and this is just more generally in my life too, is like if I don't have fun doing something, if I don't find it exciting and engaging, it's really hard for me to keep doing it, like really hard. And so I'm clear that with this, I'm like, if something is no longer fun or enjoyable for me to do, then I'm not going to do it anymore. And I'm going to change and evolve into something else that I find to be more stimulating and exciting and that offers me an opportunity to grow. Because I also think that's really important, like evolution. And I want to role model that too. Like the ability and the willingness to evolve and let go of things that had worked previously maybe, but don't work now. So I think along with that too is, man, one of the biggest things I've struggled with in my life is performance, feeling like I need to perform and creating, almost like working backwards from like, hey, what do people want? And then I'll create from there versus like, hey, let me start here. Let me start with like what I genuinely want and desire and I think is funny and interesting, and then create from that place. Because I noticed that process is a lot more fun. It's a lot more engaging, and I just have a lot more fun actually making things then. So I think another piece is like building community, because that's one of the things that's been most important and that I've been looking for in my own life is like, hey, how do I continue to surround myself with people who think the same way that I do? And for me, like, I'm unabashedly loving towards people. I want to be uplifting. I want to be encouraging. I want to be, I want other people to feel like it's safe for them to be their true selves around me. And I really hope that that comes through in the videos that I do. Like, that's like a big, important priority for me in what I create, is hopefully you seeing me like being the like weirdest and most authentic version of myself. And then you as a result are like encouraged and inspired to then do that same thing for you. Because I think the world just is so much better and is made so much better when people feel comfortable doing what they love and being their exact selves. And I want to build a community of those people. And then I think the last thing, and obviously who the heck knows, right? Who the heck knows what is going to happen from here and how things are going to go. But one thing well, a lot of things that are important to me, but one thing in particular that's also very important to me is doing good in the businesses that I run. Because I think that, there's this overarching dogma that business only exists to make money. It's important. Obviously, it's like the most important thing to stay in business. And I do think that there's a big opportunity to also do good and ask yourself as a business owner, like, hey, how can I do good by the community and like make an impact at the same time that I make a living for myself and, live the lifestyle that I want. And so I'm going to say that whatever ends up coming from YouTube, whatever I end up making from YouTube, if anything, 10% of it is going to go to charity. Most likely, specifically mental health advocacy, because that's been such a huge life changer for me, getting support in my own mental health, and would love to continue to support and give back to those kinds of causes. As far as types of content, honestly, I don't really know. It's funny, I was asking myself the other day, I was like, man, what would it look like to do like a sketch thought piece? Because I really love thought pieces, video essays that kind of encourage you to think differently and maybe provoke and inspire and enlighten. And I really like that kind of content. I really like talking about that stuff. But I also just really like comedy, and I really enjoy creating stuff that I think is funny. And so part of what I want to try and do is create a combination of those two things, because I really want this to be a place where I'm creating things that are near and dear to my heart, but also make a difference for people. And who knows what else. But regardless, I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for listening. I am super excited about this journey, however it looks, however it unfolds. And yeah, let's get it. It's a weird thing to end on.